Okay, let's do some little warm-up exercises, helping you to just loosen up, helping you to get something out of your head, and also helping you to use your brushes more effectively. And in fact, doing what I suggest to a lot of students is to let the brush do the work. We're going to work on some leaves, nothing particular, nothing specific, just concentrate on making the shapes. I'm going to use a number 7 and a number 10. So I've mixed up a puddle of green, quite a nice pretty green, and I'm just going to start making some marks. So there we go, there's a nice pointy little leaf. It could be a leaf in isolation, or it could be part of a leaf that has more than one strand. It could be a leaf with lots of little points on it. And you can even add little drops of a darker colour while that's still wet. And just let that play around. If you're having one of those days where you don't know what to do with yourself, you might as well sit and paint leaves. Okay, let's play a bit more. Let's look at, I've got a fern in front of me. I think it's called a hart's tongue, and it's got one big leaf like that which sort of ripples round the edge. Let's drop some dark in one side. And just give the idea of that vein. Let's bring another one out. They curl about quite a bit actually, and ripple on the edges. I suppose somebody's going to want me to post a photograph. Well, I may get around to that. But can you see how by letting the brush do some of the work, let me just get a bit more darker green, you're getting instant leaves, and you can create the vein, the central vein that lots of leaves have, just by running along it like that. Get a bit more. Oh, I'm always saying to people, always make sure you mix enough colour. So there we go, and you can again have fun just tilting your page and getting it to do all sorts of things. Let's look at some more. I'm staying with this number 10 at the moment, and I'm going to make one big leaf. Oops, don't know what that is. There you go. Let's scoop up of the paler green and just drop some in. Unless you're doing botanical painting, you don't always have to make everything so specific. Anybody can see that that's a leaf, a little group of leaves. And you can vary the colours to make it a bit more interesting. Let's just go and drop a bit of yellow in there, just to brighten it up a little bit. You can, of course, start off by painting a leaf in the lighter colour. Okay, there's the stem that comes down to it. And then you can let that dry off for a little minute, and you can also, with a piece of absorbent paper, decide to put some veins in before it dries. So rather than painting in the sections and trying to get the veins in, you just take it out with a bit of the kitchen paper. And now you can sort of mess about with a darker colour, giving the shape of the leaf, giving it a bit of movement, and just making it look a bit more interesting. Let's look now at the smaller brush. This is number 7. It's got the same lovely point, so we're going to get the same sort of thing, but let's just have a look. Oh, look at that point. That's super. And this is not an expensive brush. I can't even remember where it came from. I do get given supplies every now and again for a variety of reasons. Super, look at that. Instant leaf, instant wonderful frondy leaf. So this is what I mean about making the brush, or rather allowing the brush to do the work. You are in charge of the brush, so it's up to you how you want to use it. Now let's just go back and mess about a bit more with these here. We can accentuate, dropping a bit more dark colour in. We can accentuate the curve in the leaf. Just have a play. This is all this is. It's playing. It's making marks. You can go back in and just do little bits like that. What else can I do? Trying to think desperately some other shapes. Well, you could make, look, a nice long one like you'd have on a tall stemmed plant, a daffodil or something like that. And by twisting the brush, you move the pigment about. Let me do a bit more. So say you've got a, I know, daffodil or a tulip or something, you just start at the top. That's where the point is, the thin bit, and just come down like that. You might come from a stem. And you see, by twisting the brush, you push the pigment and you automatically get your shape of your shading. So there's a few ideas for you. I hope that helps. It's all a question of just getting used to how your brushes work and play. Allow yourself times to play. So I hope that is informative for you.